What's funny? You're actually the second Ariana I've interviewed, which
No
is
way. Let me
crazy.
guess. Ariana Rosario.
Yep.
Knew it. I love them.
Hell yeah. I love Ari.
Ari, let's
Were
go.
they the second person I interviewed this season? I think they were. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Hell yeah. I love meeting more Arianas because
Ariana's the
like
best.
I'm a big fan of Ariana Grande. So like
Oh, no way. Every
yeah.
time I go to Starbucks, they give me the oh, grande for Ariana.
Oh yeah, it's right. I barely go to Starbucks because there's a reason for that because I used to go to Starbucks a little bit but I used to mess around with the names. So I keep giving them fake names.
Yep.
I didn't get banned, but like I feel really bad going back now because it's like, oh,
Nah, you're good. I haven't gone to Starbucks in a good while, so
yeah, me
it was
either.
just an
Honestly,
old thing that used
it's
to happen.
honestly it's been like I don't know, it's been like nearly 5 years since I last went to
Yeah.
Starbucks, which I'm actually kind
Yeah.
of grateful for in a way. But
You're saving money.
yeah, I've been trying to drink coffee less, because I just kind of cut it out entirely,
Yeah.
which I'm really grateful for. But yeah,
Cool. Anyway,
but
sorry. Are we
anyways.
starting now? Start it now.
No, it's okay. This is part of the intro now, so you gotta keep it
No,
in there.
no, no. Start it now.
uh, but yeah,
Cut.
welcome back to another episode of OverVoice Season 3. Today I'm joined by the lovely Ariana Nicole George. Ariana, would you like to
Hi.
introduce yourself? Hi.
Hey everyone, my name's Ariana Nicole George. Just call me Ariana, and I'm really excited to be here.
Hey, I'm so excited to have you. First question, first and foremost, how'd you get into voice acting, and what's your journey been like so far?
Yeah, I mean, that's like the question, right? Like,
Oh
I
yeah,
love talking
it
about it
always is.
because it's so different for everyone, which is so
Mm,
fun and cool. So actually, I was born and raised in LA, so I'm from here,
nice.
which is awesome. But I discovered voice acting, like many people, on like YouTube through comic dubs, fan animations, all that. When I was like in middle school, and I've always had a background in theater, and it didn't hit me that voice acting was like a thing until I saw like that community online. Um, and I had almost actually been thinking about going to college for animation. And so when I realized that like voice acting was a thing, it was such like a perfect amalgamation of like the two things that I loved so much, or three, I guess, because video games too. Um, so I went to school, I studied musical theater, and I got a concentration in voice acting actually, and I graduated in 2021, and that's when I kind of hit the ground running professionally, moved back home to LA, and just kind of, you know, it was all during the pandemic, right? So I
Mm,
just kind of did everything I could, and since then it's been what, 3 years now almost.
wow,
So,
nice.
because if you count, I moved back home in September of 2021,
Oh,
so
cool.
it's about 3 years.
Oh, where did you move from LA to?
I was in Boston.
Boston. Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
Massachusetts.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's right.
I'm trying to figure out the American states because you got it's so big. It's
I
America so
know,
big.
it's huge. It's literally so huge. I just actually came back from a trip abroad to
Nice.
Cyprus,
Oh,
and
how is it?
so amazing. I mean, my family's from there, so it was really great. It was
Nice.
like kind of like a birthright trip in a way. Um, so it was really great because we got to kind of see like a lot of stuff. They
Yeah.
took us around. It was a group of like Cypriot diaspora from all over.
Mm.
A lot of Australians, a couple
Mm.
New Zealanders.
Mm. Nice.
Um, but the Australians are talking about how like huge their country is and how the states themselves are just ginormous. So
Mm.
it's crazy. Anyway, but yeah.
Oh,
So
anything is bigger than New Zealand except like the Vatican City, you know. So like
right, right, or Rhode Island maybe.
or Rhode Island. But like, did you try the halloumi in Cyprus by any chance?
Did I? I don't actually know. Did I have halloumi there or just feta? That's a good question.
That's like
Honestly, it's such a blur.
that's like the birthplace of halloumi, man. It's so
Well,
good.
yeah, I know. I'm sure I did. It was probably in all of the meals we had, but we
Maybe.
had a lot of meze for
Yeah,
like
true.
yeah, so it was just like I think it was everywhere. The I don't think there was any saganaki though. Maybe that's what I'm
Ah,
thinking of.
maybe.
But there was definitely, I think, halloumi. So good, all of it.
I'm actually really interested in in the sense that you can actually study voice acting in universities because like that's not a thing here at all. So
Yeah,
like, what was that like?
it's awesome. I mean, and even then, it's not much of a thing here either, right? I remember I had thought about also studying voiceover when I was going to apply to colleges, and I looked and there was a singular major that I could find. So I was like,
Hmm,
nope, because it was in the middle of the country and just not, I was really set on not being landlocked because I
sure,
just
that's
love
fair.
the ocean. Um,
Fair.
and so I had made it my mission, wherever I ended up going, to push for VO curriculum.
Hmm.
So my college actually didn't have it when I first like went there. But I did a couple directed studies, and then by my senior year, the last semester, they had a voice acting class, and it was awesome. I had an amazing time, and ended up walking out with enough credits that were relevant to declare the concentration. So
Nice. What
it
is
was
the
great.
concentration? I've never heard that before.
It's like a minor, but just
Okay.
like not as I hesitate to say not as official because it is still part of the degree, but it's like it's more like not a completely separate set of curriculum. Like
Okay.
it was
Yeah.
like my curriculum had a focus in that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about the ocean. Why the ocean specifically?
I'm just a California girl, you know?
Nice.
Like, I mean, I grew up kind of by the ocean, not directly, but enough to where you could drive on a day if you really wanted to.
Nice. Like Venice Beach, or is that like too mainstream of an ocean?
Well, I mean, Venice Beach, yeah, but closer to like Santa Monica, or
Oh,
like
okay.
there was one,
Oh,
yeah,
like
there
the
was
pier and
one
stuff?
in like,
Or
yeah,
nice, that's
yeah.
cool.
We used to go to one called Zuma Beach all the time, which is
Mm.
just like Los Angeles Beach, you know. Um, But I love the beach and I also love the mountains. I find myself honestly kind of split between like the two vibes. It's like, do I want to
Mm.
live in the mountains or do I want to live by the beach? Like, I don't know which one I want.
Oh, you're gonna love New Zealand then. We have like so much ocean and
No
mountains.
way. Yeah. Well, actually, I wonder, there's a thing called the California Challenge. I wonder if
Mm.
New Zealand has something similar where in a singular day you can ski, hike, and surf in
Yeah, that's right.
California.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you do that in New Zealand too?
I think you can, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
It's just
So
you
you
just,
got
you
it.
just, you just gotta go to different places for that, I think. Um,
Yeah. Well, same with California. It's like you spend the day, so you have to like say you start in like SoCal and you surf at like 5 a.m. Then you
yeah.
go for a hike somewhere and then you drive a little up north to ski.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's a full day excursion, but like you can do it all in one day.
If you were to do it in New Zealand, where would it be? Okay, it would be like I forget where it is, but like it's Mount Ruapehu. So what you can do
Okay.
is you could actually hike up the mountain, and then you get to the snow area, and then you can actually start skiing down there. And then if you drive
Mhm.
down, you can probably get to the ocean from there. So it
Do
won't
it.
be. But
Start the
yeah,
New Zealand challenge.
I've done like the first two parts. I haven't done the ocean bit yet because I can't surf to save my life. But
No, I can't surf either. Just swim. That's all you really need to
yeah,
do.
exactly. Yeah, I would be interested in surfing, but I don't know. It just I'll have to take like 10 years to learn that.
Yeah. No, I've tried it. That's not for me. I don't like being on the board. I just like being in the waves.
I like getting hit by the waves more than actually
Yeah,
being on the
exactly.
board. But I
Or like
imagine like
diving into him.
yeah, but like I like crashing into the waves. Like
Yeah.
sometimes there's like a big wave coming through. I'm like accepting it with open arms
Yes.
and just
Come to
like
me.
let it hit me, take me away, drag me back to the
Yeah,
beach.
exactly, exactly.
This is
That's
one
awesome.
big wave. In like how old was I? I think I was like 17.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we went to the beach and it was this big old wave. I was a bit. I decided to go a bit further out into the water, and but
Uh-oh.
this wave carried me all the way back to the shore. Which that's crazy because like it was a
Yeah, that
big
is
wave.
big.
Because like I thought it would just push me back and I would just go down and come up, but it pushed me all the way back to like where the
Like body
sand is.
surfed it.
Yeah, so like that was crazy. I wish someone recorded that. That would have been so cool.
Was there like a riptide or did it take you back directly?
I think it might have been like a riptide. It just kind of just took me back to like where the sand was, like where my friends were like just chilling and
That's
waiting.
crazy. Strong waves. The ocean's powerful.
Yeah, I always get confused with like I don't know. It's like something to do with like if the moons doesn't exist, the tides aren't there. I don't really get the science behind that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Twee and Law, Avatar The Last Airbender. Gotta have the moon and the ocean. Push and
But
pull, baby.
but is that like actually a thing, or is that like an
Yeah,
urban legend?
I want to say it's something has to do with like the gravity of the moon affects the waves. It's like
Interesting.
something like that. I
Huh.
could be so wrong. So whoever watches this, feel free to fact check me. But it is like connected. I just don't remember
I
exactly how.
interesting. I always thought it was like an urban legend, like alligators in the sewer kind of thing.
No, no, I'm pretty sure it's connected. Celestial bodies are crazy.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. The way they just do things that we can't even fathom.
I think about that all the time. I'm like, we're literally on a floating ball in a mass of
That's true.
nothingness with
How would
other
how
floating
would
balls.
someone even like discover that? Like how do they people understand? How would people get like I think the moon controls the waves, and like if they can't really experiment, destroying the moon and the waves just go away, right? So how do they
You know,
discover that?
I think about that all the time. I'm like, how do people even think so outside the box? Like, one of the ones I was thinking about is record players. How
Yeah.
did somebody think if we etch these grooves, it's gonna play the music? What?
The
What?
one that's true. The one that that makes me laugh all the time is like the first person to discover milking a cow must have been like the weirdest motherfucker
Yeah,
out there.
literally.
It's
What
like
made him think that?
it's like yo guys, yo check this out. It's like because
Honestly.
like why like
Well, I
what?
guess maybe I can give that guy the benefit of the doubt and say maybe he saw the baby's nursing and was like,
Okay, I guess that's true.
oh, yeah. But I hear what you're saying.
But yeah, you mentioned you pretty much grew up in California.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that like? You know, growing up and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean LA's home, right? So it was really nice to come back, but I've been here since the early days. And it's just like I tend to find that like LA folks are really, really friendly, really welcoming, really nice.
That's good.
Um, I'm talking about myself. I'm just kidding. But like and all my friends, a lot of them are from here, right? So I've watched them split off and go other places, but I've watched a lot of them come back because LA is really just like it's home for us.
Yeah,
Um, and yeah, I mean, it's funny too. I mentioned Cyprus. Like even when I was there, the climate is so similar in Cyprus to LA. So when I went there, I was like, do I like LA because I was born here or because it's like the like my roots? It's so similar. Like I can feel it in my soul and vice versa. That's why I like Cyprus because it's
yeah,
like LA. Um, but yeah, so yeah, growing up here, I mean, like I had a pretty average childhood, like I attended all up of school here up until college, and then I only left California for college, honestly, because Boston's amazing, don't get me wrong, and the
mm,
degree was amazing and I learned so much, but my initial incentive for leaving California and not just applying to schools here was I don't know if I'll ever leave if I don't
that's
try.
fair. Yeah,
So I was like, I need to, now is like the best time to explore to make sure that this is where I want to be.
yeah,
And I love Boston. My day job is still out of Boston. I work
yeah. Oh
remote,
wow.
but like,
Yeah,
yeah, but like California's home. So I'm
yeah.
really
I mean,
glad that I was able to come back.
even if you're landlocked, you live in LA, so like none of the work's gonna
Yeah.
go anywhere. You know,
No, 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 no. I mean, like, I can drive, I don't know, anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes and I'll be at the ocean, and in LA, that's nothing. It starts to get bad once you reach like 2 hours. Then you're like,
yeah.
okay, maybe not. But the traffic here's so bad.
Yeah, like you guys always, it's always the Americans. You guys talk about like how long your drives are, like like a casual 8 hour drive. But if you do that
Yep.
here, that's like half the country.
Yeah.
It's
You
so
can drive
crazy.
California 6 hours in any direction from the center and you'll still be in California.
That's crazy. That's
it's,
insane.
it's ridiculous.
But yeah, like what's it like? Like being a voice actor that works remotely, but also has access to like the whole hub area. At the same time.
Yeah, I mean, remote voice acting is something that definitely I think should be and is here to stay. And woo woo. I
Yeah,
mean, like, there's so much talent, right? And like, you can get so much more diversity. You branch out, right? I do love being here in the sense that I do have like in-person access to like a lot of my friends. It is. I'm not gonna lie. It's really nice to be able to see people and like hang out, but that is not to poo-poo in any sense on the remote voice actors. I think y'all are kicking butt
oh, thank you. Appreciate
and
it.
y'all need to visit and we need to visit you so that the community can stay strong, right?
Well,
Because we're all better together.
I do plan to visit America next year, so
Oh, awesome. Are you
I
going to
do.
come to LA?
Oh, absolutely. Hell yeah, I'll let you know. But
Yeah, give
yeah,
me a ring. We'll be
yeah,
here.
hell yeah. You might have to do a lot of flying to get here, but
Trust me, that flight that I just did was so long, so I'm
wait,
a pretty chill flyer.
how long was from LA to Cyprus?
So it was 11 and a half hours first
Oh
to,
Jesus. Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
to Vienna, and then four
Mm.
more hours to Cyprus.
Oh wow. Okay.
So about a 15-hour travel day.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair enough.
But I was also delayed like 3 hours, no, four
Uh,
hours in the Vienna airport. So
I mean, you get to
yeah.
be stranded in Vienna. So like, is that really a loss?
Yeah, I was just trying to channel my like Vienna Billy Joel like life, I was just like Vienna waits for you, it's just like
That's fair. For most
yeah.
travel from New Zealand to like other places, we usually just end up going to Singapore, which is 10 hours for me at least, and then we can kind of go from there. But sometimes there are like direct flights. I think the
Yeah.
longest flight I ever been on was from New Zealand to like the UK, because we were in the air for like 26 hours. You know, it was
Oh,
a long flight. I was there for
how
like
is
a
that
whole
even
day.
possible?
I have no idea, but like
See, again, technology's amazing. How did somebody figure out how to do that?
the thing is with planes, I can't sleep on planes like at all. Like I could do like a power nap for like an
There.
hour,
Yeah, me too.
but like that means I'm like awake for like a whole day, which is
Yup.
insane to me.
You
I
know,
don't
I
know.
brought my Switch onto the plane. That was the only way that I survived.
Oh nice. Did you play Animal Crossing?
No, it's so funny you say that because I brought my Switch to play Animal Crossing and I was so excited. I was going to redo my island. Like, I hadn't touched it in so long, do some Happy Home, right? And I pull out my Switch case and I left the disc at home.
Oh no.
I know. So I was like, no. But it's okay because instead I actually started a game that I had on my Switch for a while but hadn't opened, which is Death's Door. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of this though. I have not played it
It's
though.
really good. You ever played Hades?
I have played Hades, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a roguelite like Hades.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really cool. So you basically play as like this little like I wish in some ways that there was like voice acting in it because I don't think there is. There might be in the cutscenes, but like I want to be a crow. Like you play as this like little crow who the idea is that like the crows are reapers and so they like serve it they like um like welcome souls basically.
Yeah.
They collect them and you're just like this little crow and then like you get this really big soul and then somebody takes it and if you don't return the soul that you're assigned to like your door that you have to visit the mortal world can't close so
Oh,
you have to
okay.
like find the soul and it's this whole thing it's really good I recommend it it's just the art style's great it's kind of like Over the Garden Wall.
Oh, like the TV show?
Yeah,
Oh wow, that's a
same
throwback. I've
vibes.
not seen that in a while.
No way, I love Over the Garden Wall. We watched it again last year. I try to watch it every year
Nice.
for the
Did that show
season.
ever finish or did it get canceled?
Mhm. No, it finished. So it was like
Oh,
one
good.
season, and I want to say it's like 10 episodes, and every
Wow.
episode's like 10 minutes. Yeah. So you can watch it in one night like a movie. So that's what we
Yeah,
do.
it's like an hour and a bit. That's not too bad
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's
Okay.
great. We have like, it's like get together with some friends, watch it, have a potluck. It's the best.
Oh, potluck. Oh yeah. What's your go to dish for potlucks normally?
Ooh, am I making it or am I buying it is the question.
Let's go with baking first and then buying. So like two
Okay.
options here.
So if I'm baking it, there's a couple. I mean, cookies are a classic, right?
Yeah.
Like crowd pleaser, everyone loves them.
Yeah.
Um, but if it needs to be like more of a savory dish, probably would bring like a charcuterie board.
Oh,
Like
fair,
I
classy.
like how vibey you can make them.
Yeah.
And then if I'm buying it, I mean, then you just that's when you really go for like the crowd pleasers where it's like I know that everyone wants their like chips and dip, like a potato chip and onion dip. Gorgeous, like
That's fair.
can't go wrong. Can't go wrong.
I don't know for potluck. For me, if I'm baking something, again, yeah, cookies, brownies.
Yeah, yeah.
But like savory, it's my go to usually like pasta or something.
Yeah.
Um,
That was what somebody made last year.
yeah.
Was like a pumpkin pasta. It was
Oh,
really
that
good.
sounds nice.
Yeah, it was really good.
But if I'm buying, I just get like a KFC bucket of chicken and I just
Listen,
bring it over.
it's a crowd pleaser, right? Like sometimes I'll bring like cookies from like a local cookie store, right? Like
Yeah,
it's really it depends on how much time I have and like how much in advance I like know about it and
yeah,
also what the theme is. Cuz if there's a theme, I'm a sucker for a theme. I'll go in costume, I'll bring food in the theme. Like it's all about keeping the whimsy
that's
alive,
good.
you know?
Hell, I love
Got to
that.
keep it alive.
You also mentioned pumpkin before, and this is totally random.
No,
But
please.
like I've been thinking about it recently, but like I really want to try pumpkin pie someday.
Have
Like
you
it's
never had pumpkin pie?
no, I've never had pumpkin pie, but it looks
Is
so
it not a
good.
thing over there?
No, we just don't have it. I
Yeah.
really want it. It's
Listen,
like the McRib. You know, we used to have it seasonal. Now it's just, I haven't had it in like what 8 years, so it's been a bit.
whoa. Okay, so like pumpkin pie, here's the thing. I'm not a big pumpkin flavor person, like in general. Pumpkin pie is like the only and that pumpkin pasta are
Mm,
like the only pumpkin things that like I actually enjoy. And
yeah,
pumpkin pie is really good with like a little fresh like homemade whipped cream or like some ice
yeah.
cream. So you just gotta come around Thanksgiving time and then you
Okay,
get some pumpkin pie. Or
all
or
right.
just do they not have like canned pumpkin over there at all?
Not no. We said we've got regular pumpkin, but I'm not sure about canned though.
You can make pumpkin puree out of regular pumpkin.
Okay.
So there are ways at least I think there are ways to do it. It's just a little more complex and you can't just go
Yeah,
and buy one it sounds like.
but that's all right. I don't know. I guess I'll just come to LA on Thanksgiving. I'll just randomly show up at
That's
your
all right. Or
place and
just in the
just take
fall.
some
In
pumpkin
the fall.
pie.
Yeah, literally. In the fall it's everywhere. right? I mean, like, I'm sure if you really looked, you might be able to find some somewhere right now, but
Yeah, I don't know, but it just looks so nice. I don't know. It
it's
looks good.
vibes.
I just want to try it. I really do.
Yeah,
But
it's vibey. And I really like a lemon cheesecake tart too. That's like
ooh,
another thing like
okay, we
around
have
like
those here, but yeah, those
that
are
time
nice.
of year that like my grandma makes a killer lemon pumpkin
Nice.
pie and lemon cheesecake.
Mm.
So good.
Yeah, lemon. Something about lemon. I've been liking lemon a lot more. I used to hate it when I was younger, but
Really?
I
No, I love it. It's so good. I'm glad you like it. I mean,
yeah. I don't know.
no poo poo on anyone who hates it, but it is
Yeah.
good
I
in
don't
my
know.
opinion.
Maybe it's gone so bitter that I'm just used to bitter stuff now. I'm just kidding. I'm
All
joking.
right, 1 second. We're gonna have a special guest because my cat is yelling outside of my
Oh
booth.
yes, please grab
So
your cat.
I need to
Get
let
it.
her in
Get
because
him
it's never
in.
gonna
Get
end.
her in. Get the
Okay.
cat.
Wait, let
Get
me
the
make sure
cat.
that my mic is not gonna fall. 1 sec.
Oh yeah, all good.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, baby. Come here. You wanna hop up? Say hello? Come here. You can do it.
Oh, I can hear him crying.
Good girl. There she is. There she
Hi.
is.
What's her name?
This is Adora.
Aw.
After Shira because I'm a nerd.
Ah. Nice.
Hi. Oh, good girl.
Aw.
She's so good. But yeah, she's like honestly it's kind of apropos to bring her on here anyway because she's kind of like my branding mascot in a way. Like I have her all over my website.
Oh, that's the cat on your website.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes
Yep.
sense.
It's her. It's this little one. So I've had her since college.
Oh wow.
And she'll be 5 next month.
Oh
So
wow.
there she is. You
I
what
know
you want to say?
dog years is like 7. And how much is cat years again? It's like what's one human year in cat years? Is also
That's a good
7?
question. Offhand, I'm not sure, but she's definitely an adult. So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
okay, you want? She's gonna play with my cookie run keychains.
Oh.
Okay, okay. You're gonna. What you doing? You gonna say hello?
I don't know. Should I ask some questions to her as well?
Yeah. What do you want to know? Let me get the headphones on her. 1 second.
Yeah, go for it. Do it.
Adora, wanna say hi? Wanna say
Yo, what's
hello?
up? What's up,
She's like,
Adora?
please no. Okay, I'm
Okay.
not gonna push her.
No, it's all right.
Do you have any pets?
I do have some pets. I have a dog.
Okay.
He is somewhere outside right now.
Yeah, my dog is out there too.
Yeah, Labrador, and I also recently
Oh,
got some clownfish.
no
Recently.
way! What are your pets' names?
My dog's name's Marley, and my clownfish are called Bubbles and Angel.
Is that like Marley and me?
Yeah, I think my mom named him. I was originally gonna call him Ripjaws. But
Ripjaw.
yeah, man, it's badass.
Honestly, respect.
I'll get it someday. I don't know, but maybe the second dog. Who knows? But
Yeah, exactly. You just gotta get your own.
yeah, but
That's awesome.
yeah. My sister named the clownfish, so I never got to name any of my pets, which is kind of
Aw,
sad.
so you gotta get one. You gotta name it yourself.
Exactly, but I think that might be a reason why, um, you know, I don't name things,
Rip.
or why
Yeah.
my dad shouldn't name things either. Because like my first dog was called Cocaine, so like imagine calling that out in the park, you know, you know,
It's like you're
it's
selling it. What?
yeah, like it's bad. Like people have had some really crazy name for dogs that
I
are
hope you
actually
called that dog Coco.
we'll Koki, so
Koki. That's
so
cute, honestly.
I don't know if that's worse or better, but
Nah, Koki's better than the other one.
yeah, but like if you're serious, it's like cocaine, come here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of like naming pets after media that I like.
Yeah.
So that's why she's Adora. Um, and yeah, I mean, I love animals. She's a good girl. Like she's very Velcro. I got her during COVID, so she's like,
Oh, does
ah,
does Zadora get along with your dog?
yeah. Overall,
That's
yeah.
good.
They kind of just like ignore each other.
Yeah.
Um, and every now and then, Adora like my dog has one of those tails that's like really fluffy and like long.
Oh.
So much cat fur in here. And every now and then, like my cat will like bap it thinking it's a toy, and I'm like, no, no,
Oh.
no, 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 don't do that. But overall, I think they pretend to hate each other, and I've caught them
Mm.
cuddling. So
Oh, that's sweet.
exactly.
What breed is your dog?
She's a Bichon poodle.
Oh, nice. Mine's also a poodle. It's a Labradoodle.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, is yours bigger?
A little bit. Like
Yeah.
he used to be really really tiny, but then he got big really fast. So he's
Yeah.
like, how old is he now? He's like 3, maybe 4 now.
Oh,
But
little still though. Yeah, my dog is old and she's about the size of Adora. She's little.
wow, okay, so you got like one of those like small like influencer dogs.
Yeah,
That's cool.
basically she's a little crusty little white dog.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. I've seen.
Yeah.
I always see like those. You know, what's funny? I've seen a couple of those like small, really tiny like influencer dogs. I'm talking
Yeah,
like
she's
those.
not that tiny.
I'm talking about like those Logan Paul kind of dogs they used to
Yup.
have back in the day.
Yup.
But like they're so tiny. Like they don't. I feel like they're like aliens to me. They're so
Yeah, they're
small,
really tiny.
but they're so cute though.
Yeah,
But
no, Bella I've had since my childhood. Bella's my family dog. Adora's actually like my own cat.
oh yeah.
So Adora lives with me.
Oh,
But
that's good.
yeah.
Hell yeah. Does she ever like interrupt you in sessions at all? I hope not.
Not in session. She's tried, but we're pretty good about like finding a way. When I, it's actually really funny. I have a recording light like outside of my booth, so like
Oh yeah.
people that I'm living with know that I'm recording, right? And there has been a time before where the dog has tried to like get into my room by scratching, and my cat
Oh.
has like shooed her away.
Oh,
I
she
think
knows.
she knows. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because that's all she's ever known. My dog's been around for much longer than that. But okay, hi. She's very much purring right now.
Oh, get her close to the mic. Let's get the
I know.
purr
You
ASMR.
want? Hey, you want to purr into the mic?
Yeah.
Oh, she's stuck on me. Come say hi. I
She
don't know
does
if it'll
not
be
want to
loud
be
enough.
turned around. Purr.
She is purring. I don't know if Zoom is picking it up,
I don't think so, but I don't
but
know. But no,
it's
I
the thought
appreciate the
that
attention.
counts.
Yeah, this is purely a manifestation round right now. But are there any projects that you would personally like to be in someday?
You know, everyone asks me this, and it's so hard to pick because I just love everything so
Yeah,
much.
that's fair.
Um, I also am a little bit superstitious, so sometimes I don't like to name things.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I'm like that as
But
well.
yeah, but there are things that I'm always going for, always manifesting. Every now and then, maybe I'll say something on social media, but I try to keep it mostly quiet because I'm
That's fair.
always scared to jinx it. So I can't name anything specific, but I do have things in mind.
Nice.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're in the right places, so like I'm sure it'll happen at some point, right?
Thank you. Thank you. It's been a really awesome journey. I'm just honestly I feel really lucky. Like I'm just loving every second of it. It hasn't gotten boring. It hasn't gotten
I'm glad.
too
Yeah.
stressful. I mean, I think, that I do attribute that in some ways to like like many actors, I do have a day job. And so like
Yeah.
it's not my hey, what you doing? Oh no, don't do that. She's she's making biscuits on my acoustic phone.
She's making oh, she's like tearing it apart.
not
Oh.
like not like actually, but she was just like on the carpet right by it. Like, don't do that.
Oh yeah, I don't even want to know what my dog will do to my phone. That's
Yup,
why
yeah.
all of it's in here.
Yeah,
So
no, she's usually pretty good in here. You want to come out? Yeah, okay, she's done now.
no,
Um,
I'll miss her.
yeah, we all miss her always. But yeah, like I really don't remember what I was talking about because
Oh
cat.
yeah, we were talking
But
about being able to live in LA and all that stuff.
oh yeah, yeah, it's just it's not lost on me like how fortunate I am to have like been born here, and I think that that's why in a lot of ways like I am so much like remote is also super important because like it's one of those things like like using that privilege of like lifting up the people because like I'm here and I've been
Yeah,
here and that's so lucky. So like for folks who for whatever reason either some people don't want to move here because they don't like LA and that's fine. You should still be able to make this career work outside of here,
yeah,
So
yeah. I also hear about like the rent is like super expensive, but like that might be urban
don't even
legend.
get me started.
Oh, it's real. Okay.
It's so real. Rent, gas, everything. It's so
Wow.
expensive. And it's hard, right? Because, from the other perspective, yeah, I could move away and I could make remote voice acting work, right? But in some ways it's like this is my home. Like I
Yeah,
don't
you know,
want
it's
to
hard to leave
leave.
home sometimes.
Yeah, I don't want to leave just because like it's so expensive. So I'm like, can we stop being so expensive, please?
Yeah. I mean, but it's a weird situation because even when you're home, it's still expensive.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just a balance. It's a little balance.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask as well.
Yeah, what's up?
Um, yeah, gotta ask.
What is it?
my mind just blanks.
That's okay.
I don't know. I
Fix it
don't.
in post.
I'll fix it in post. The power of editing. Usually I've been trying to edit lists actually because like if it gets like it's super easy to like leave everything perfect. But like so it but like it's not that bad though.
Right.
Um, but yeah, what was it?
Well,
What was
you were
that?
doing a little dancey dance. Is
Yeah.
that related to what you're gonna ask?
No, I was just kind of doing it because I was trying to stall for time. But shit, what was I actually gonna ask?
Well, we
Oh
were
my
talking
god.
about living in LA. Was it
Mm-hmm.
like related to what we were talking about?
No, not at
Oh,
all.
okay. Well then, maybe think of something else and don't think about it, and then it'll come to you.
Oh yeah, it definitely will. It'll come back at like some point, but
Scam call. Hold on.
oh,
I'm sending it to voicemail. Do you get a
oh
lot of scam calls? I get them all the time.
no, I
Oh my
don't.
gosh, it's such a problem here. Let me just
Not
make sure
not
that this
not
isn't it.
not frequently.
Just give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna make sure they're not leaving a voicemail.
All good.
Because if they are, oh, they are. Hold on.
What are they trying to sell you?
Nothing. It is somebody I know, but I'm not sure why they're calling me.
Oh,
So
okay. So
I will.
it's not a scam
It's
voicemail.
actually not. It's
Okay.
actually not. So no, it's I'm not mad about the call at all. I just don't. I just am confused as to why they're calling me.
No, that's fair.
It was I had bought something and like they're following up. Probably just checking about it. It's
Oh,
fine. We're good.
is scam calling a common thing in America nowadays, or because
Oh
I
my
swear
gosh,
we
yeah.
don't have it much here. I get more scam emails than scam calls these
No,
days.
we get a lot. It's like honestly really bad. It's to the point where I've had to set my voicemail to be like, "Hey, I don't really pick up my phone anymore, so if it's important, please leave a
Damn.
voicemail or send me a text." Yeah, I
Damn.
just because the problem is, and it's so scary, is that what they do is if you answer, they sometimes will just like let you talk for a few seconds, and what they're doing is they're recording your voice to
Mm.
train it for AI to scam your family. To be like, because what they do now here is like say like they scam my mom, right?
Yeah.
They record her voice, whatever. They call me from a dummy number that appears on my phone as her, and they're like, Ariana, I've been captured. You have to wire in her voice. You have to wire over X amount of dollars or else they will hurt me.
Jesus.
And
Wow.
it's all fake. So, for anybody out there, if you get that scam, what you have to do is hang up or immediately like stay on the line because, whatever, or do whatever. Text whoever that is that's claiming to be that person because it's a scam.
It just depends like how they react because like I don't think a normal person will be like, "Hello, I've been captured. Please send me money."
It's scary though. I've heard like that they scream, that they like
Jeez, wow.
cry. Like I'm like, y'all are actors. Why don't you just get a career in acting? Like, jeez.
Wow. All right. That is insane.
It's really scary. So
That's
yeah,
like
I
the
mean, I
scary
get
that's like the scarier part of like deep faking and AI and stuff when they like kind of twist like the truth and you don't really know what's real.
it's one of those things where I'm like kind of surprised that we don't have legislation about it already because like think about how like criminal you can get with
Yeah.
AI like outside of just the ethics of like and like voice usage because obviously no, right? But this and even within our own career like the things that you could make us say that
Mm,
go so against like who we are as people,
mm.
you could make me say the worst thing on the planet, things that I could get arrested for, you know,
Yeah,
things
probably.
that could be like threats to national security that I never said. I should even put this into the world. I'm not manifesting that. If any
Okay,
scammers are
yeah.
listening, please leave me alone. I'm
Well,
just a girl.
me too,
um
man. I'm just a girl out here. Don't scam any of us.
I'm just trying my best, I have anxiety,
Nah, me too. Let's go.
but anyway, long story short, so it's really scary. I get probably like 3 to 5 scam calls a day.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
wow. That's a day? Jesus.
Yeah, and you know that they're scams like I'll cuz you can send them to voicemail on your phone and you know they're scams if they don't leave one.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I would love to respond to them and troll them, like they could probably get a lot more out of it now than, back in
Exactly.
the
It's
day.
all it's like almost not even worth it. The same goes for like when they text you cuz if you
Mm,
respond then they know the number's active and you stay on their list.
yeah.
So, as much as I want to be like, no, this is not who you were asking for, or like send a funny meme, it's like I'm too
Yeah.
scared to provoke and like poke the bear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I feel like once they have like that interaction, they can just go crazy from there. You know,
Exactly.
technology
Yeah.
is scary.
Yeah, it really is. But
But yeah,
I mean,
hopefully.
they just announced in California actually, I think
I
that
saw.
the
Yeah.
bill, yeah, got approved to go to the governor. So,
So yeah, fingers crossed. Like that's a
yeah.
really good step in the right direction. So
Yeah. Did you
whatever.
figure out your question yet?
No, I just wanted to talk about scam calls.
No, it's okay. It's a good distraction.
I swear to God, it'll come to me at like some
Yeah, I
random
shouldn't ask. I
time.
shouldn't ask.
Yeah, it'll come to me some random sort of time. But like, yeah, I also wanted to ask as well,
Yeah, what else do you want to know?
what has been your favorite character to record that you can talk about?
My favorite to record that I can talk about. There's been some that there are ones that I can't talk about for certain reasons
Yeah,
and ones that I can't talk about for other reasons, right?
yeah.
So
But the
I
ones you
would
can
say,
for the right reasons this
yeah, let
time.
me look at my resume.
Yeah, okay, pull up the IMDb.
Let me look at
We've
my
gone to that
resume.
point now. That's crazy.
Yeah, right. Um, I had, you know what? I had a really great time recording for Candy Cane Lane because it was chickens.
Nice.
Um, and all I did was buck buck. I got paid to do that. Um, and I had a really great time recording for a really small little indie game
Mm,
called Moonbriar.
mm.
Um, that was when was that? That was last year. And it's all rabbits.
Nice. A
And
lot of animals.
yeah, honestly, um, but and that one specifically was like British accents. So and
Like
I
British
love
rabbits or
yeah. So it kind
interesting.
of was like giving the vibes of like Redwall meets like kind of like Game of Thrones. Like
Oh
so
wow.
it's
All right.
yeah. Like it's not as intense in that sense, but it
Okay, I
is
was gonna
really
say that's
intense. Like
that's that's quite a jump.
it's well, the leading actress in it is part of House of the Dragon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so the main character that's like the player character is voiced by an actress from House of the Dragon,
Oh cool.
which is awesome, right? And it's only had like a demo, but they're working on, I
The
think,
full game.
the full game.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
and it's really fun. The art style is beautiful. Um, and I've got some friends in it with me.
Yeah.
So like, what more could you ask for, right?
Yeah. Speaking of
Yeah.
one more you can ask for, I just remembered my question.
What is it? Go before you forget.
All right, so you meant just because you mentioned animals, like you're
Yeah.
also a creature voice actor as well,
Yeah.
so respect. But like, what's your like go-to creature that you find the easiest to like record for?
Easiest cats.
Cats and oh yeah, fair enough.
100%. I learned by mimicking my cat. That's where a lot of it started, right? But
Yeah,
I actually I do kind of, like, all of the above as a lot of creature voice actors do, and you can create monsters from critters, right? But my main focus is actually realistic sounding animals.
that's cool. Yeah,
So, yeah, so that's for the vast majority of the creature stuff I do, it's real animals. And I want to say that it's been chickens, it's been horses, it's been birds,
nice.
and stuff I can't talk about. So,
No, fair enough. For
yeah.
me, for I
What about
barely ever,
you?
I barely ever get to like real life animals. The only real life animal I did was like a pig. But
Hmm.
like I mainly do like monsters, so like zombies, orcs, some Lovecraftian being,
Cool.
those kind of stuff. But yeah, monsters are fun. I love doing creature stuff. Like
No, me too.
I'm really glad I like got into that kind of stuff earlier.
I was just
Um,
gonna ask, how did you fall into that niche? Because I fell in on accident.
Um, I fell. I don't think I fell in. I think I just always wanted to do it, but I didn't want to wait. So like, I just practiced a lot during the pandemic. So I would like practice like a few moments at a time, so I didn't kill my throat or anything.
Yeah, it's vocal
Um,
health. Huge
Local health
proponent of
first and
that.
foremost. Then, yeah, I ended up recording a creature demo thing. Um, I say thing because it's not professionally produced.
No,
By
I
like
call mine creature samples. Same deal.
yeah, samples kind of thing. I recorded that at
Yeah.
near the end of 2021, I think, or 2020, 2020, 2021. Then it was perfect timing because that's when I also got called. That's when I got called to do like all the rings and like did some of the orc stuff there, and like it was
Amazing.
that was completely on accident. So like I just got
You know, and
randomly
that's
called
how it
for
is
that.
half the time in this career, right? It's
Yeah,
like you just got to keep moving and shaking and trucking. And I know a lot of people that really have, I'm speaking to the world here, you know, a lot of people that really worry about how difficult this career can be. And this isn't a question you asked, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Is that
no, please do.
is that is that well, you know, part of the reason why I do this, right, is because for all like the little Arianas out there who would watch, I mean, I started in theater, right? Who would
Yeah,
watch somebody on stage and be like, I can do that for a job. Like, I want to be able to, like, my whole thing is I want to inspire more people to get into the arts because I think that a lot of people are understandably like scared and nervous for a
yeah,
multitude of reasons, but like, you just got to keep trucking along, right? Like, as you know, it's just like some days it'll be really hard, but then there are days that it's so amazing and it makes it all worth it. And the more you try, you can only go up. So it's
yeah.
like you'll never know unless you try. The only way you don't book a job is if you don't submit.
Exactly, yeah. And like I understand the fear, like have you seen theater kids? They're scary as hell, man. Like like I went to school with a lot of theater kids, so I understand the fear entirely.
Yeah.
But for real, it's more like it's very unpredictable. Competition is
Yeah.
very heavy like all the time.
It
And
is, but I've found in a lot of ways, which is nice, is that the voice acting community in particular is very friendly and very welcoming.
if I mean when you're not on Twitter at least, but yeah.
Well, right, but I mean like that's a it's a bubble, you know? So
I
like
guess.
you meet all kinds of different people, but like when you talk to somebody, especially in person,
Yeah.
but
It's
even
so
like when
different.
I first joined Twitter and I also Twitter has just kind of become a cesspool for a million things, right? Like
Yeah,
that
it's
website's
it's
just
like
not.
when I first joined, like it was so positive, but like now
And
it's
I
just
think
it's
it's
like it's
just
like hatred
yeah,
every week now. I'm like I don't like
right.
this.
Well, it's just evolved probably just because of the way that the website is, honestly. The
Yeah,
algorithm I don't think is a big help. Um, but yeah, sorry, just checking something. Um, but you know, like I overall I've had very positive experiences with this community. People who like
yeah,
ask a question, they're like totally willing to answer, willing to
yeah,
help, recommend and refer to classes, to
yeah. No
like
gatekeeping here.
friends. Yeah, no, it's not gatekeepy. It's not for the most part, like which is really nice because I think we're all just nerds and we just want to like
Yeah, we just
do
want to
stuff
work
with
on
our friends.
yeah, let's work on cool things together with people we like, and
Mhm.
like what more can you really want? Because like I
Yeah.
know in like the film, because I've had experience, learning film and stage acting and all that stuff. It's very different in terms of, like the
It is.
communities, like film and stage. Like I mean this in a nice way, but like sometimes the egos are a bit too high, you know.
Well, I think, you know, there's something to be
But I
said
get
about
it
that
though.
too.
I get it
Well,
though. Yeah.
there is something to be said about it because, you know, film and stage, there's another component, which is
Yeah.
looks. And looks are
Yeah.
a very fragile and precious thing.
Yeah.
Um, which completely understandable, right? It's the way that like you're perceived and that people judge you when they first see you, right?
Yeah.
So there's something really special about VO where it's like you can't judge based on what you see. It's
Yeah.
truly just what you hear, which isn't you can still be judged by that, right? But
Oh
you
yeah.
take something out of the equation. And the same with theater and on camera too is that I can't particularly speak for on camera, but at least for theater versus VO, for VO, there's significantly more opportunities and jobs
Mm.
constantly. You could be working on 50 VO jobs at one point, but for
Oh yeah.
theater, you're going to be on one contract for 5 months,
Oh yeah.
you know? And there's only so many spots, so everyone's vying. It's a little more competitive because it feels like there's less,
Yeah.
right?
That's
So
fair.
I think it's
Yeah.
just a matter of like VO, it feels a little bit more like, and this isn't me poo pooing on theater, but it feels like there's a spot for everyone at the table just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Um, because there's endless spots, you know? It's competitive. Yes, absolutely. And you're going to be auditioning for the same stuff that your friends are, and you're going to see your friends booking it, a job that you really wanted. But at the end of the day, like you come to a point where it's like, you know what though? I'm really happy that you got that. That's awesome. And it's so fun to just lift each other up and support because it you can do it from an authentic place too, right? Like I think some people are like, how could I ever like get over a role that I wanted really bad and then seeing it go to someone else? But I don't know what it is. Like maybe you have any insight on that, but I just for maybe for a second I'm like, "Oh, I remember that." Like I kind of like I'm kind of it would have been cool to record for that, right? But
Yeah.
it doesn't even matter at the end of the day because it's cool to see who got it. And
Yeah.
you learn from who got it. It's awesome.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
think
cool.
the way I kind of see it is because like I started out doing voiceover and like the whole acting stuff fairly young. Voice acting was a
Yeah.
bit when I started at that when I was like 16. Um,
Wow.
I've only now as a 22-year-old only now
You're such a
started.
baby.
No, I'm not.
Sorry.
Like I'm not gonna ask your age, but like
You
the
can ask if you want. I'm open about it. I don't care. How old do you
uh
think I am?
I'm gonna say like 26.
Good call. I'll be 26 at the end of the year.
Oh wow, yes. What?
Yeah, I'm
What?
25.
You're not that old with me. Come on, man.
I know. I'm just teasing you.
How am I baby, man? Like,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
God damn it. Nah, that's all right.
It was an easy dig. Come on.
Yeah, fair enough. I respect it.
I like the banter.
I like the banter. That's
Yeah.
great. But yeah, I've only now sort of like become less competitive about it because like I approached it from like there's not many opportunities here compared to like everywhere else because you know New Zealand, tiny country, tiny
Sure.
opportunities, small place, you know. So I was like very like competitive, hustling like all the time. But that and you know while it did great for like certain things, it also did a lot of bad as well. So like I just became really bitter for like especially like during like the first half of this year, I just became really bitter.
Right.
It was bad, man. But
And
like
it's
I
okay. You know what happens? It doesn't
yeah
make you any less of a person. And like,
yeah
it's such a natural feeling, right?
yeah
And
like I'm like I'm really open about this like losing friends and stuff.
mm,
Unfortunately, but in a weird way, I'm really kind of thankful that I was able to like learn that sort of you know lesson to like not ever get that bitter or low again. And thankfully,
right.
ever since because that was like in March or something. Yeah, it was like March. So like ever since then, I think it's just been relatively smooth sailing and just
That's
you know
good. I'm glad to hear that.
the redemption arc. You know,
The redemption arc. Yeah, well, and it's like you said, right? Like nobody wants to feel like that all the time, right?
yeah,
So it's hard to sit in that, and you can be upset and be bitter, but at the end of the day, sometimes it's just like give yourself a day to be upset about it and
yeah.
then move forward,
Honestly, yeah,
right?
because if you compare yourself to other people, you know,
Yeah,
you know, like the first, even if you compare yourself to someone who you look up to, um, you're kind of automatically putting yourself down because you're comparing to someone
exactly.
who is better than you, like realistically. But like,
Well,
just so
better I wouldn't even say. Just maybe you weren't the right person.
yeah, because like you can't like compare like if he or she or they booked this role at this age and you're this age, you didn't book this role at that point in time. Like you know,
You
that's not
can't.
a that's not a healthy comparison to make like at all. You
No, and
know.
it's just it doesn't protect your peace and your heart for longevity in this career because we deal with rejection 20 times a day,
Oh yeah,
right? Like it's hard. It's really hard. We send in an interview, 5 interviews, 10 interviews a day, which are our auditions basically. And you just have to learn submit and forget.
yeah.
And you have to remind yourself, as attached as you might get to a role and as cool as it would be, because I do this, right? I get an audition that's like, oh my gosh, I can see myself playing this role. Like in my head, I've already booked it and I've already recorded it, right? And I have to stop myself and remind myself, like, okay, you can dream for a second, but like Ariana, it's not yours right now. And if you don't book it, it was never yours.
That's
Like
fair. Yeah.
you have to just put you just have to put out there like your best like go. And honestly, at the end of the day, it's not even about booking the job, it's about booking the room,
Yeah.
right? So the amount of times that I've sent in an audition and haven't booked it, but then later the clients come to me and been like, we remember you and we were just trying to find a place for you.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's what you want, right?
Yeah.
That's what you want. So
Yeah. But yeah, I also wanted to like say as well, like in regards to that as well. Oh my god, why do I keep forgetting it?
it's okay.
I keep forgetting things.
We said in regards to that. So we're talking about booking the room,
Booking the room, booking characters,
keeping a positive
positive
outlook.
outlook on life. It'll come back to me.
No worries.
But before we get back to that, I also wanted to say, because you mentioned you did musical theater as well, and I gotta
Yeah.
ask, what's your favorite musical theater
Oh,
play?
okay. So putting it back on you real quick, favorite show or like one that I want to be in?
Both. Let's do
Okay.
both. Yeah.
Okay. Because I really like sorry, I'm sucking on a honey drop. Um
Now you're all good.
so I'll start with dream roles because I
Yep.
have quite a few. those ones I can talk about because those exist already, right?
Yeah.
But so I really want to play Jenna in Waitress,
Okay.
and I really want to play Joe in Little Women,
Ooh, nice. I like that.
Eurydice in Hadestown.
Good. I like that.
Um,
I can see that.
thank you. What else? What else? What else? There's like a million billion like that. What? Here we go. What's on Broadway right now? Let's see. Broadway shows right now. Because then also like some shows that I really love, like one of the first shows I ever saw was The Lion King. And
Oh,
like
the live act no, not live action,
no, the one on Broadway.
the musical. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean it's amazing, right? Like just spectacular. Um and I also really like In the Heights. I love. Um and I really like Into the Woods. I really
Mm.
like which I would love to do. I've done Into the Woods twice and I would love to do it a third time where I play
Who'd you
Favor
play in Into
twice.
the Woods?
One of the times I was the witch, the other time I was
Nice.
Jack.
Jack. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm an alto, so
Oh, fair enough.
bordering on mezzo. Um but yeah, I mean there's a million billion and there was a great little show that I did in college. Oh, I love Spring Awakening. I want to play Venla or Ilsa. Again, it's like I'll think of it and then there's so many. You can't. I want to
Yeah.
play Belle in Beauty and the Beast again. I've got to play that role, but I want to do it
Oh,
again.
did you play it before?
What was that?
Did you play Belle and Beauty in the
I
Beast before?
did. I played Belle in 2019.
Oh, yeah. You know what? How was that?
It was phenomenal. It was my first like regional production
Nice.
and it was just a dream come true and the only reason that I want to do it again is one because I loved it so much and two because I had just finished my freshman year of college and I was
Yeah.
recovering from a vocal injury actually
Oh, yeah.
and I also was still learning a lot about acting, so I feel like now I could really do the justice to it that I would want
Fair
to
enough.
do, and my voice is better. You know what I mean?
That's fair. Did you watch the animated movie of Beauty and the Beast by any chance?
Like the original?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was,
Absolutely.
okay, good. Because I need your thoughts on this. I need you to hear me out. I think the Beast looks ugly as a human. I think
Oh, a
I
lot of
think
people do think that.
like when I saw his face, like oh god, put it away. I think
A
the
lot
witch
of
was
people
right.
joke that Belle's like, go back, go back,
Like
go
go back, go
back,
back, go
put it in
back.
reverse.
It's like I think the witch was right to curse you, bro.
I
I
don't
think
know.
you.
I think he's still like handsome.
I mean,
Bro's got like a
yeah.
sculpted face. He looks like a statue.
Oh yeah, but he looks too. It looks like he's trying too hard. You know what I mean? Like the
I think some
Beast.
people were like,
Yeah.
why doesn't he at least have a beard?
Yeah,
And I
you
kind of
know,
get that. I
like
kind of get that.
because like wasn't he like trapped in like this beast body for like years? Like
Years.
it's like I'm sure there's like some hair on his face somewhat, right?
Especially because his hair is long. But I guess maybe the assumption is that like he goes back to how he looked before he turned into the beast. And he was the literal child
That's
like
true.
when it happened. So maybe it was like it kept the age, but like the main features, like his hair was still like long, but he didn't have facial. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
sure there's Disney theories about it. Um, but I love Beauty and the Beast. I mean, it's one of my favorite Disney movies.
yeah. What is my favorite Disney movie? Do you count Pixar movies as part of
Yeah,
Disney?
yeah.
Okay, because Ratatouille is definitely like number one.
Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Good choice. Did you see Ratatouille on TikTok?
What is Ratatouille?
Am I about to introduce you to Ratatouille?
I
Oh
think
my
you might
gosh.
be. I've never heard
Oh
of
my
that
gosh.
before.
So during the pandemic, when everything was shut down,
Hmm.
somebody how did this even start? Somebody made, like songs go trending on TikTok and like
Yeah.
sounds and stuff. So somebody made like basically a Vine-esque video that was, I don't even know what the picture was, but she was singing a song that was just, she made it up. It was like, Remy the Ratatouille, the rat of all my dreams. And it was just like this silly little song. And then everyone was like, wait a minute, we need to make a musical out of this because of COVID. So everybody
Hmm.
needed something to do, right? So they wrote, like TikTok started getting in on it. And like people would like duet it and like add harmonies. And then people were like, we need a Colette song. We need like more songs. So people started writing music for this. Like it was this crazy
What?
phenomenon. And then because Broadway was shut down, literally They got the craziest freaking cast for this virtual Ratatousical. It was like Titus Burgess. It was Andrew Barth Feldman. It was Ashley Park. Like it was crazy.
Oh wow.
Um, look up Ratatousical
I'll have to
because
have a
it's
look.
ridiculous, ridiculous, and hilarious. Like honestly. So
I'll have to have a look. I had no idea that that happened.
it was a huge phenomenon over here. Like people were freaking out,
What was
especially because,
pop?
like I said,
I was
Broadway
gonna say
shut
like
down.
I was gonna say what was popular in 2020 TikTok over here at the time. I don't remember honestly. Like TikTok trends just kind of come and go. But when I hear like an old
You know
sound,
what?
it's like, oh wow, it's that thing that was like lasted a week or a month.
Yep. And right now it's Charlie XCX with Bad Apple.
Yeah,
There
the
we go.
apple. Yeah.
I think the apple's rotten right to the core. My friend just taught it to me the other day. Da, 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 da.
What's the other trend that's going on right now? Oh yeah, for some reason, Zara Larson Symphony with the
Oh
dolphins
my gosh!
that's trending for
Yes,
some
because
reason.
people were using that sound to say the most sad, horrible things.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I just wanna be part of your symphony. And like, she posted a video and she was like, guys, what is happening?
What the fuck is going
And
on?
she's on tour right now.
Yeah, and she had like the dolphins as well. I
I
did
was
see
like,
that.
good girl. I was like, yes.
Like I know Zara Larson had like bangers but like this stuff she blows up really? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. And she sounds so good. Her voice is amazing.
Yeah, and she's still on tour. I'm so glad. I'm glad she's not wasn't like a one or two hit wonder and just let
No,
disappeared. You know.
yeah. It does happen. It
Yeah,
does.
it does happen unfortunately, but like some people choose to be one hit wonders, and some people just unfortunately let the fall off progress.
It's
Like
hard, you know. One of my favorite artists, actually, I'm really glad this didn't happen to him. But do you know Porter Robinson?
no, I don't actually.
I love Porter Robinson. He's like melodic EDM kind of sort of. But he had this really amazing album back in I was still in high school, so a while ago.
You're three
Called
years older than me.
Worlds.
It's not that long.
No,
Okay,
but like
come
a
on, man.
decade. No, like a decade. I started high school a
Really?
decade ago,
Oh, the
2014.
start of high school. Okay, that makes sense. I even
Yeah.
like finishing high school. It's like, come on, it's like
No, 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 no.
not
I
that
I,
long.
I
Come on,
graduated
man.
high school in 2017. Um,
Oh, okay, fair enough. I was like
but
irritated
yeah,
because
yeah,
like,
but
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So he had this amazing album called Worlds, and
Mm.
it was his debut album, and it did really, really well, right? And he didn't release another full album for I think almost a decade.
Oh wow.
And part of it was because he was like, I didn't expect to blow up so much, so he put so much pressure on himself to be like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna have that much success again. Like, what do I do from there, right? So, and as an artist, his album Nurture is
Mm.
the one that he released after that amount of time. It was his next big album. And it's all about the struggle of being an artist and being hard
Mm.
on yourself and creating despite and just pushing through and like that everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And I just cry thinking about it.
So Ariana, my last question to you is,
Yes.
what keeps you going? It's a deep one.
Pure pure spite. No, I'm just kidding.
That you're the
Um
second person to answer
I was
spites
gonna say
and
it's a pretty,
revenge.
pretty, pretty common answer. I'm totally kidding. Um, honestly, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about with the whole positivity thing. Um, but to really start it, if you're talking VO specifically, I can't see myself doing anything else.
Yeah.
I love it too much to let it go in any way, shape, or form. I feel really lucky that I'm able to do it, and so I don't want to let that go to waste. And every time that even if there are days when like, whew, I really like, it's hard to get in the booth, right? Because there are days, right? Like every day's not perfect, and I'm like, oh, I have so many things to do. It's tough. By the time I'm in the booth,
Goes away.
I feel great. I feel great.
Yeah.
So, and you know what? I feel like it's so lucky to find what you love so much that I couldn't see myself giving it up just because it might get hard sometimes. You
Yeah.
know, I would regret it for the rest of my life.
Mhm.
Um, so that's what keeps me going.
Hell
Honestly,
yeah.
it's pure passion, and it sounds like kind of a cop out answer, but I just kind of love it too much to let it go.
It's not a cop out answer, it's the right answer. But
Yeah, it just sounds cheesy, right? But no, it's not. Like it's true.
I
It's
mean
true. And also like I have a
it's a
really great support system. I've got some
yeah.
awesome friends. Like
I wouldn't say
it's
it's
not
cheesy. It's
just
more like
passion.
I wouldn't say it's cheesy. It's more or corny. It's like people say it for a reason, right? It's
Yeah, exactly. You may think it's corny, but I was born on the cob.
oh, I've never
Um
heard that before. That's amazing.
I didn't make it up. I didn't make it up. I can't take credit. But
That's really cool.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, with that amazing note, this interview comes to a close. Ariana, thank you so much for coming on and yapping
Of
with me. I
course.
appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for
Um,
having me.
I do have one more question for you.
Yeah.
Um, who would you personally like to see on the OverVoice hot seat next?
That's a great question. I don't know who you've had.
Oh,
That's the only
just throw
problem.
names and I'll say if I've had them on yet or not.
Um I've got some good buddies. I love. See, I don't want to forget anybody though. Is this going to be on the interview?
Oh yeah, probably.
Oh no! What if I forget somebody? I have the memory of a pea.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It happens. Don't
If I don't
understand.
say, I want to see all of you. That's you know what? That's my answer. All of you watching, whether you are in this career already or if you are aspiring, I want to see you sharing your story
Hell yeah.
at some point.
But since I'm a
Again,
cat,
sorry if that's a bad answer.
but since I'm a little catty bitch, I want to hear you put names anyway.
No, I refuse to put names because
Okay,
I
fine,
love everybody too
fine.
much.
No, it's okay. Fair enough.
No,
But
just really because it's like an Oscar speech, right? Like I didn't write anything down. What if I forget somebody?
I remember like what's her name, Doja Cat, like winning like a Grammy or something, and like she won, and she's like, guys, I just took like the fattest piss. It's like before getting
No, I
the
just
stage.
honestly,
Yeah,
realistically, I have so many amazing like friends and like people I look up to. I couldn't possibly give you like a short list of names,
honestly,
but
fair enough.
yeah, but because there's so many people that have inspired me that I like
I
love
mean,
and adore.
you can say names. I'll cut this part out.
No, 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 for real. I'm being so for real.
Okay,
Like it's just I could give you a list, but it would be pages. You know,
that's
it's
okay.
just
You can send me a list later if you
I didn't
want.
prepare. I
That's
didn't
okay.
prepare.
It's okay. It's okay.
So,
It's fine. I was putting you
but
on the spot.
you, it's
Me.
your turn.
Yeah,
In
it's
the
you.
words of the mighty All Might, it's
It's
your
your
turn.
turn now. Fair enough. I like that. But yeah, Ariana, where can people find you on social media and stuff?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Ariana Nicole George, all one word, or on Twitter at Ariana N George because Twitter character limit wouldn't let me put my whole middle name.
Oh yeah,
Womp
that's right.
womp. Yeah, but also my website is just ariananicolegeorge.com. You can find all of my socials on there, including like my TikTok, my IMDb, but I
Mm,
post the most on Instagram and Twitter. So,
yeah. Ariana Nicole George, more like
yep.
Regina George, am I right? Got him.
No, wait, it's Wednesday today, right? I'm not wearing pink.
It's well, to be fair, it's Thursday for me, so
Okay. Okay.
I'll
I
let
mean, I'm
it
wearing
slide.
red, so like close enough.
Close enough. I'll let it slide. It's Thursday here. We're going for my time zone now.
Fair enough. Fair
But
enough.
awesome. But yeah,
Awesome.
Ariana, thank you so much for coming on. You've been an
Yeah.
absolute pleasure.
Yeah.
And
Thanks for having me.
thank you. And thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you guys for the next interview. Bye,
Yippee!
everybody.
Bye,